Why would I take a L when I could take a dub? Why would I sit up on my ass when I could run it up? Why worry about an ex, I'm worried about a judge.
So today in the first video, we've been doing this for 2 hours. He's gonna try to tell scary stories that happened to me. So, go.
Hi. Well, I'm gonna say the first story that I remember, one of the stories that I remember. Amanda was maybe 2 years old, and we were sleeping by ourselves in the room, me and her, because her dad was working so much, and it was crazy scary.
And that's the same lady she sees.
And it's the same lady that she saw. That's scary because I would when I was in my bedroom when I was 15, 16 years old, I used to have my bedroom that had all this was mirror, and the top was lights, and my bed was in the middle like this, and I would be laying down, and I would wake up at 2, 3 in the morning, and I would literally see that lady standing right next to me, looking at me sleep, scary, totally scary. I would just turn my light on from my headboard and be hella scared. But I would be what the fuck you want? And kicked her out of my view. But I used to see a lot also this tall, with a big black hat, a big black coat, and he would be just literally sitting on the corner of my bed,
or he'll be standing in the corner
or
of the room.
he'll be standing oh my god, I was standing just staring at me like this, being asleep, and then sometimes just sitting on the corner.
And sometimes it'll be him and another guy, remember?
Yeah, well that was so scary. How long ago was
probably a year ago.
A year and a half. Yeah, a year and a half. My younger brother was sleeping in the living room. He has slept over here. He has slept over here at the house. Excuse me. And we were in my bedroom. My husband got up and he went to the restroom.
Cause my dad used to work at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, he goes to sleep he goes to work at 4:30 in the morning. So that day, my husband thought that my brother had a friend over.
Friends over because there was 2 people.
That he had friends over and that they were in the living room kicking it, drinking, whatever. So my husband was in the room. He got up. He went to the restroom, and then he turned to see my brother because he saw 2 guys standing right next to him. So that my husband was oh. So he came to the room and he woke me up and he's babe, who's with your brother? And I'm huh? He's who's with your brother? I'm I don't know why. He's oh, I think they're drinking in the living room because there's 2 guys right there in the living room with your brother, with Daddy. And I was whatever. He's probably Frank, and I thought it was some friends that we know.
Yeah.
So the next day in the morning, I asked him, hey, who was with you yet last night so late? And he's with me? Nobody. And I'm yeah, Junior saw 2 of your friends, but who was it? He's what the fuck? I went to sleep so fucking early last night. And then I called my husband and I'm babe, who did you saw? He's yeah, there was 2 guys with you right here. You were, they were standing right here next to you on the sofa. And he's never. I never put nobody inside the house. I went to sleep freaking early, so there was nobody. So there was 2 guys, 2 spirits with my brother in the living room, and my husband got to see them. Freaking scary. Crazy. That's another story. What's another story, Amanda?
When we went to the hospital.
Oh my god, that was fucking scary.
Try since the beginning when you were gonna crash into the.
Okay, so 2 years ago, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This happened about 2 years ago. I was working. I was pregnant, huh? I was pregnant.
You were a teacher and you were pregnant with my sister.
Yeah, so maybe it was 3.5 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I came from work, and my daughter Amanda, she was very sick. He had fever and all this crap, huh? So I was super tired. I was pregnant, whatever, etc. And I'm like, let's go. I'm going to take it to the hospital. I'm going to take it to emergency. So it was just me and her. We went to Long Beach Memorial first. And it was like super packed, super packed. And I'm like, no, you know what? You need to be seen and you need to be seen now. So let's go to Downey. So we went to what it was, Downey Regional Hospital or something like that before. And we were on our way from Long Beach to Downey.
And it's like across the street from the hospital.
When I was gonna crash?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna crash like 2 times.
I know. But like, one was like, when, you know, like the park, and then when you turn like that was the first time.
Yeah.
And the second time was when you were like right across the street from the hospital.
So I don't know why, like I was about to crash, like my eyes were like closing, I was like falling asleep. Hardcore. And I was gonna crash about 2 times. So then we went to the hospital. We got there, they got to see her, they got to do her vitals, everything.
I was really sitting in the car like.
So yeah, she was very scared. And we came out really late, huh?
Like at 2 in the morning?
Like 1:30, 2 in the morning. So we were coming from Downey to our house. Oh my God, those streets are like super dark. Super dark. I don't know if you guys been there like during nighttime, but it's literally like super dark. It's like pure rich people, and like if they can afford light. I don't know what the hell, but it's like super dark. Anyways, there was this lady walking at 2 in the morning. The streets were dark. It was empty. It was just our car. You know, like when those scary movies happen, that the road is like so empty and dark. Well, that's how it looked right there. It was like so scary and dark, lonely and dark, and it was just me and her. So we were driving, and the only light that you could see was the light from our truck. And we see this. I saw the lady, huh?
Yeah.
And I told her, oh my God, what is this
Lady.
What is this lady doing by herself so late? Like by herself, right? And then she's like, where, Mom? Where? I'm like, look, right there. She was wearing like a long dress. White dress. She was wearing a white long dress, nappy hair. And when I look at her feet, she was floating.
She was floating.
She
She was lifted in the air.
She had. Oh, I just think about it, I get chills. And I told her, oh my God, Amanda, look, she's floating.
I was half asleep, so.
This bitch is floating. And she's like, where? But you did get to see her, right?
I got to see her.
She got to see her. And I was like, oh. And she's like, let's go back,
Mom. Let's go back.
You're fucking crazy. I'm not going to go back.
And I was sick.
She was sick, and she was like almost asleep. And
like,
everything, but she got to see it. Like she knew I was inventing that. And when I saw her, because she was like, oh my God, it was so scary.
Because the streets are like this, and my mom was like right here, and she was coming like this, so you know?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And she was by herself with the white dress, nappy ass hair, and floating. And it was like an empty, dark road, and it was just me and her on the road driving.
Okay, wait. Finish after it, but like after that, my uncle and my aunt came, right? Listen, Danny.
Yeah.
And we told them about the story. Yeah, we told them like few
it was
later.
like months later,
yeah.
Maybe months later? Okay. So then like months later happened, and my sister-in-law and my brother came to the house to visit us, and we were just talking like this, like about scary stories, things that happened. And she came up with, who started saying it? Mija.
Yeah.
And then she's like, whoa. She stood like quiet and surprised, and I was like, what's wrong? She's like, well, trip out. What did she say?
She's like, I seen that lady one time when I was going to Mexico with my dad, and they were listening to music, and the radio just stopped, and I opened my eyes, and she was like right here.
But the thing is that she's seen her too. She's seen her too. Get out! Yes. Sorry.
What? It's because we don't let them come in because they're like so scary.
No, forget that. We've been doing this video for like 3 hours, literally, and everybody comes and interrupts to the time that we didn't want to record anymore, and we're like, get out. Anyways, so she's like, "What trip out? It's the same lady that I saw, blah 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 blah," and then, but that she had seen her first at the convalescent or So she's like, "I seen her. I seen that lady too," and I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yes." So there's this haunted hospital.
Wait, and didn't she say that they closed the hospital that we went to?
No, not that one.
Oh.
No. She said that that there's this haunted place, and I know it is here in Downey, which is we've never been there. Asylum, and that they would go there like to say scary stories and that they would see like scary stuff in that Downey asylum, and that she's seen that lady. So she already seen that lady, and then one time that she was going to Mexico, she saw the lady on her face again. But we're like, oh my goodness. So it is true what we saw. Like, we were not making it up. Like, she's seen it too, and like we never knew about it. And she said that happened to her when she was like younger, huh?
Yeah.
So this lady's been around. Be careful, guys. Don't go around the asylum. Don't be there so late because you might catch up to her. I'm not saying it's that Llorona, but
That shit looked like
how they describe her, it looked like that. But it was scary as.
And in the movie that we watched, like, it's exactly the same.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think that's it, right? We have a lot more, but...
So, you guys should comment if you guys have part 2.
Yeah, comment if you have part 2.
Because she has a lot of stories.
I still have a lot of stories. This is just a little bit of from when she's here. You know, like, she's been alive, but there's still a lot more. And
and like doing things to Lucy.
oh my God, yes, when we heard. Okay, so comment if you want
Part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2. Bye.